Hello. Welcome to the channel. Happy Tuesday. We are here to go over Basketball Wives LA. She's not worth your taco. It's the title of the episode. Let's
Oh
say hello
God.
to James from the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel. Hello.
Hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Y'all in for a good one this episode. So yeah, I can't wait to see
This
what this
episode
is.
was actually interesting. Like
You
it
know
seems
what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, it just seems like for most of the season, like you're bored until like the last like 3 minutes of the episode. But this one I was fairly entertained.
Let me tell y'all something. I felt like there was 3 or 4 scenes that should not have aired. Shawnee, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And Brooke, I can't believe you did this. And we'll get to it, I'm sure.
Y'all, let's get into it because he's actually excited to recap it. Jac'eil has a strange audition, and I'm not gonna go into this with too much detail because I view this as what I like to view as a Jac'eil Christie shenanigan, the true definition of a basketball wife, just bored as hell coming up with shit to do. But she has some sort of strange audition for a hype man because she wants to create a talk show that she can sell to a network, something of that nature. I just don't understand. I can't take Jac'eil seriously with this, you guys. I don't know why, but unless an actual network or hell, even a YouTube channel or something like approached her, I can't take it thoroughly serious. I am not getting at her. I do not doubt her as a businesswoman, but like with the talk show, I'm just like, girl. James, do you got anything you want to add?
Nope. Good luck, Jackie. Take
Right,
care.
right. Right. And it felt like at certain times, just from what we saw, like people in the audition plagiarizing from Oprah to Wendy Williams. I said, hell, I can't.
No, what got me is when she said, I have Denzel as my special guest. And she said, my husband, Michael B. Jordan. And it was like, girl, please, you're dreaming. Because you are
I,
not of the caliber of anything Jordan, mainly my husband. So he's not coming on that show. If you do get picked up, I just want to let you know that I'm sorry to hurt your little feelings, but he's not going to come on that show. I won't allow him. Now,
Jackie to me is entertaining, but I don't know why, but I just don't feel I can't see her as a legitimate talk show host. And it has nothing to do with like income or any, I just don't feel like her personality would do better doing something else,
no,
but
you know where she
definitely.
belongs?
Oh Lord, where does
You know
she
where she
belong?
belongs? She belongs on Lifetime as the villain. I don't understand why that has not happened. I feel like Lifetime villain. Yes. Jackie Marie Christie, villain. Lifetime. Lifetime. Why haven't y'all picked it up? Y'all got plenty of black movies on there. Garcelle directing a few of them. Garcelle. You mean to tell me you ain't gonna put Jackie as one of them villains, like one of them crazy ass mamas that have rollers in her hair, ready to cut her daughter in the face with a razor? Y'all ain't thought of that yet?
I feel like she's more focused on her husband Doug, and I feel like Jackie just likes to also look busier on the show, and she's very good at producing for the show. But we go keep it moving, y'all, because there's so much to cover. Brandy and Evelyn, they go to an aura painting, which a piece of me, side note, was like, this actually seems pretty cool. But then at the same time, I was kind of like, this some BS, and I need to know how much they paid for a doggone picture of themselves in some colors that you could have put together on Canva. I'm just saying. But they go to get their aura painting, and I'm getting tired of Brandy talking about the cheating that happened in her marriage. It sucks to be cheated on. In my opinion, no one deserves it. You know, that's just how I feel. However, comma, Brandy is suddenly super open to talk about this cheating, and it's constant. I will never talk about my spouse's cheating if I was in a situation like Brandy's with a bitch that was just throwing it in my face and trying to come in the middle between me and my friend, and is literally laughing and talking about the cheating, like throwing it, just throwing it. I would never then feel safe to ever talk to her about my marriage, my relationship again. But Brandy is talking to Evelyn about this, and that just throws me off. It bothers me. Um, it just bothers me. And then we also see that Brandy feels Jackie used her pain as a weapon, and you can't really be mad at Jackie Brandy when she's sitting here with Evelyn. Evelyn did the same thing to you just a few episodes ago. So I was really genuinely just baffled and slightly annoyed with Bambi, though I did understand Brandy, not Bambi, Lord. Though I did understand where she was coming from, I was still kind of like, Evelyn's not the person to talk to about what happened with your husband. And you mad at Jackie for the same thing that Evelyn has done. So I was just looking at her like, huh, this has to be for the camera. How'd you feel about those scenes, James? Hi, Naya.
Hi, Naya. Brandy, I could have sworn it was more than just two women that you said you caught your husband cheating with.
No, she said she caught him cheating twice, but she did not say the number of women.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
I
Thank you
catch
for.
him cheating once and it's with multiple women, you have cheated more than once.
No, she made it seem like it was only two women, and I said, Brandy, that is not what you told Iyanla, and as I'm pretty sure if I go back and watch that episode, that is not what you said. So, anyways, um, I felt like I understood that it was kind of Evelyn extending the olive branch because Evelyn was tripping. So I kind of felt like I enjoyed it for that part of it, but I didn't like the conversation because they were trying. I think Evelyn was just trying to get in her business. I don't think it was a moment of sincerity. I don't think she was really trying to say, "Hey, I'm just trying to meet common ground with you because I was with a basketball player for 10 years and he did the same thing." So I don't think it was on some of that. I just think it was just her more so trying to get Brandy to confess what's already out there in the media. That's what I really thought.
I want all of these women to like be changed up or replaced or something. They're all on my nerves. Uh, they just are. So we did see Brooke and Jennifer meet up in a pet store. Uh, Jen is not inviting Jackie to the movie premiere for the movie screen as well as her wedding. She's not invited to either. Okay, Jen. Jen tried to find Jen and Jackie seem to be okay, but it seems like Jen is just mad at Jackie right now to be because everybody else is. I don't know. I'm kind of I like Jen, but I'm bored of her. And it's like, okay, you're not inviting her to that little cheap ass movie or the wedding that you're paying for. All right, Jen. Great. Keep the peace. I understand it. And Brooke's gonna have a 90s party, and her man from Baltimore is coming to meet her family. James, how do you feel?
I just wish I had $25 million at my disposal and just, because she's just flushing hers down the toilet, and I could use maybe even just 1% of that right now. So I just feel like, it must be nice. It must be nice to be that rich and not, you know, worry about the potential scammer allegedly or the wedding with the four dresses that you so abundantly need. Like, I just wish I just had that life. That's all I see when I see this scene. They would talk about a bunch of nothing. Who moves faster than who cares? Because to be honest, I don't know about Brooks, man, just yet, but we know Jennifer,
Brooke
man.
don't know about Brooks, man, just yet. Hell.
Well, there y'all have it. I couldn't have said it better myself.
These women is getting some of them is in their 50s, some of them is very close. They should know better in their choices, like just their overall choices outside of finances. Their choices suck. But moving on, y'all. We have to discuss Shawnee because that's what we see next. Shawnee, I have respect for you for what you did after your divorce. You built an empire. You did a lot. However, I do not desire to see you on this show. And if I do, then I want someone else to be able to be in control of the hiring, the casting, the firing, the suspensions. I don't think she should have any part of that if she's going to film, because the dynamic when she comes into everything is like, OMG, dad is back in town or something, and we all have to do as our parents want or some weird stuff. Like, it's very strange. I don't understand why Brandy kept saying that Shawnee helped to save her son's life. No. More than likely, these people would have ended up with similar doctors, especially in pediatric anything. I ain't forgot that woman thanked you for your services. Now you thanking her for saving your son's life. I'm just weirded out. Though I am happy the boy is healthy now, but still, I'm just, why Shawnee? How do you feel about Shawnee coming back on the show for this little scene?
I ain't gonna lie, I was shocked to see that she was calling Brandy. And that's the thing in the backstory. I said, okay, that makes sense. But I was shocked that Shawnee's first appearance wasn't with Evelyn up until we get to it. Because from what I understood, her dinner with Evelyn that was not shown was way before anything of Brandy. So we'll see. But
They
I
keep
don't.
advertising stuff in the like future scenes or trailers for the next episode, and then you get to the episode and sometimes you don't see everything that's there, and I don't understand it. But that's
I'm about
fine.
to send you a picture. This is what Shawnee looks like. I was trying to figure out what killer it was and
Not
what
what
form.
killer.
But this was Shawnee. I just
I
sent it. That's
can't
what Shawnee.
stand. So
That's
me
what
and
Shawnee
James
looks
was
like.
saying before the live that Shawnee did not look the best in this scene. He thinks it's Ozempic. I feel like, listen, y'all seen what her husband did to that lady who was just having an emotional moment in church. Church should be a safe space. And he essentially told her, shut the hell up, I'm preaching. And that's not nice. Like, that's not, oh, she does.
I
Wow.
was gonna make you let me share it so I can put it on the screen.
Oh
Johnny looks
no.
exactly like this killer in this horror movie.
Jeez. She did look a little tired, a
We
little
did.
hungry. I don't
It
know
was
what's going on with that, but hopefully she figures it out. But yeah, I don't even care. I don't understand why she called Brandy. It all felt like a
it
setup.
was
It was cleverly
stupid.
edited. Um, I don't care to see Shawnee. Like, go be a preacher's wife and enjoy the fruits of your labor. You're an executive producer. Either way, you get paid. Like, why do you need to be on camera? Why do you need to be on camera?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, girl, you only relevant because of Shaq still. Now, we get to Brooke's party, and she says that her man's not going to make it. And apparently the man is in LA, but is not going to make it. Now, we do later see that he does make it, but at first I was like, okay, this has to be for the show because ain't no way my man going to be in the same city as me when we're doing the long distance thing and you don't show up. Like, I need you everywhere I go. If we're long distance and I don't get to see you like that, you coming with me everywhere I go. Why? Like, I don't understand that. So he does show up, and I was cracking up because why somebody hollowed out on the cast, he looked like Bobby Brown. Now, yes, it was a 90s party, but you know how you could kind of picture somebody in like different attire when you look at them, like, I don't know. I do that. Like, oh, this person might look good in a suit, or oh, this young lady should not wear halter tops, or like little things like that. He did kind of look like Bobby Brown. He did. He's an interesting fellow. Like, he was not
No,
unattractive,
it
but he was
wasn't
not what I
getting.
was expecting.
No, he was not. Not for no Brooke. Not for
Especially when you
no.
compare him to the
Who was
ex-husband.
okay? Yeah, because the ex-husband wasn't that bad looking, and neither was
He
the
wasn't.
basketball player. She wasn't. No, she wasn't with Vernon Davis. Who was she with?
I don't remember.
It didn't say Vernon Davis. I was thinking she was stupid to leave him. Vernon Davis fine as hell, but that's not who she was with. It was somebody else. But Brooke, see, this is how I could tell. This is a money grab. This ain't no damn, you know, you really is, trying to sell your wild oats to society, because that's not what I think you would pick, Brooke.
Hmm.
That man was no, he. You know what? No, I think
He
Bobby
seems like
Brown is. No, it was somebody
a
else. He looks
serial
like
dater.
a short. What's that? The bouncer, not the bouncer. The bodyguard to Luke in Players Club. What is
Oh
his name?
no, I
That's who
don't.
he looks like. That's
I'm
who he
sorry.
looks like. He did not look like
No,
Bobby Brown.
I can't
He just looked
stand.
like a short version of that man. I just can't think of his name.
I don't know. I was surprised. He didn't really look like Brooke's type, but she claims she's in love. I hope that she is, but I don't know. I don't trust her
No, he
relationship
looked like he
choices.
got money that would change your life. So I mean, I
That's
at
what she
the same
say. He
time,
don't want her to work.
the
She's
hell I
like, I
wouldn't.
just got to a form of independence. So like, and I'm like, bitch, stop playing to let him pay the rent. My husband is
Okay.
laughing at me. Apologies, you guys, for the background noise.
When I tell you I be putting money up so quick, I'll be a housewife. You a fool for believing that, but yes, I'll be a housewife. Absolutely, I'm finna put money up like you ain't never believed, because I know at some point you gonna get sick and tired of me not working. So
Talk
I'm
about
finna
you
put some
enjoy your
money up.
independence. You can still work, but you work
Okay,
when you do save your money. Let him pay for stuff. But if it don't work out, now you
okay.
got a stack saved. Like
Stack saving your safe that you gonna take out the bedroom. He know was there. Be like, oh, don't worry about what's in it. This my shit. Bam.
that he didn't know was there. I can't get away with stuff like that with my husband. I
Yeah,
feel like
I
he'll know. I'm also lazy and don't hide things well, so there's that.
um
But
yeah. Well, see, I'm like that too. I'm lazy, don't hide things, but I'm kind of one of those people. Like I I can smell when some bullshit is awry after a few months with you, and
you
I'm
can
just
just
like,
feel it.
yeah. After being through what I've been through, y'all, now I know what bullshit look like. So I'm gonna prepare. If I ever get in Brooke's situation, I prepare myself for the bullshit, because I know it's gonna be some bullshit that's gonna come later on down the line. So if I get ready for the bullshit, then you ain't think you ain't doing nothing in my life. I'm already set. But I am. No, I didn't pay $20,000 for them shoes. I paid $10.99. They look the same, don't they? Absolutely. You don't know.
Can't stand you. Lord. So Brandy invites Jackie out, but does not tell her that Shawnee is coming, which is an ambush. And when Jackie came, she did feel ambushed. And in this situation, yes, she was ambushed. Did she deserve it? Yes and no. I'll get into that towards the end of the episode, but like she was ambushed. Now, Brandy leads and starts the conversation with Jackie with the things that Sunday Carter used to be a cast member on this show back when it was Basketball Wives LA. And Sunday was she came on the show as Jackie's friend. I think she's one of the few people who was actually Jackie's friend, like in real time, off the show and all of those things. But she left the show. She ended up getting into it with various people in various ways. But she still, I guess, was keeping in contact with Jackie. And we saw last episode that Brooke was on a three-way call with Sunday and Jackie, but Jackie did not know that Brooke was a part of this call, and Brooke was just listening in, and now she has all these receipts just to be able to believe Sunday. She infiltrated her. So Brandy talks about the things that they discovered from that, which was allegedly that Jackie hates Shawnee and Evelyn, and things she thought about Jim were true. Though I'm sorry. But she has all these issues with the ladies. They found out her raw opinions, heard her talking about them, and all of that. So when Brandy mentions Sunday, they do not get far at all. Jackie immediately refuses to talk about it, which here's the thing. Jackie has been involved when stuff like this has been done to other cast members in previous seasons. So I do feel like she could at least like talk to them about it to just shut it down. It makes you look even more guilty, even though you caught red-handed. She's handling it the way Teresa Giudice would on Housewives of New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
she's not going to really be accountable. And that's why I'm like, these ladies keep saying, like, they get mad at each other for giving Jackie a chance and all of that. She'll never be accountable. But then they continue to try talking to her as if they expect her to suddenly become accountable. If y'all have us keep saying that your issue with her is she's not accountable, then why do you think that she's suddenly going to become accountable just because she talks to you all at once versus individually? She, Make it make sense. Y'all so desperate for a storyline. What's happening with y'all individually? Because I do feel like this cast is trying to push Jackie out, and I feel like Jackie should just peacefully bow out and go live the lavish life that these women kind of want. Like, just peacefully bow out, because without her, there's not much drama that's interesting. And the sudden shift would be like if people just start beefing with each other out of nowhere, it would just feel disingenuous. So she refused to talk about all of that. I don't know. Shawnee learns about this audio recording. All she said is that Shawnee does not back her, which Shawnee doesn't back anybody but herself or Evelyn. And she never will back anybody else. She don't even back Jennifer like that, which is true. So Shawnee can't really get mad at that, especially if she's admitted it. But Brandy does end up walking away. And I guess for some reason they feel like Jackie needs to talk to the other women again, which is clearly Shawnee just trying to get the women together for a moment. How did you feel about that mouthful of crap that I just had to speak on?
Honestly, I felt one of two ways about it. I feel like Jackie was wrong for, saying that she only wants Brandy on the show. She's gonna have another baby. I kind of felt like that was really messed up because that lady can't have kids. So I really feel like that was messed up for Jackie to say that. That was one thing. I wish Jackie would have said, I apologize for saying that. I didn't mean that. I was just having a moment, which she did allude to, but because it was coming from Sunday.
If she didn't apologize for the comments and things that she made towards Brooke and her passed on daughter, then hell no, she ain't gonna apologize about saying somebody who got a kid can't.
But see, to me, I feel like there was, but I feel like they were closer than her and Brooke were. So, because mind you, got to say, Brooke's first season of being on Basketball is her and Jackie fought. So it was kind of like, I don't really expect much from them. I don't. So that's why I was like, I understood what Brooke was saying, but I'm like, you can't expect somebody you have physically fought to have any compassion for you, even if that means your child. Like, you couldn't expect that from her because y'all have already been sold that. But I don't care how much y'all made amends and are cool. That always lives in my mind that, okay, at some point you knew you fought this lady. So you can't think that she's going to have any ounce of empathy with you, even in that kind of situation. She doesn't even have a relationship with her own oldest daughter. We'd never see that girl. But we'll see the, other two, but we'll never see that oldest daughter. So I don't know. I don't expect someone like her to have empathy when she doesn't have that for her own child. So yeah.
Well, we know not to expect it. I'm just getting tired of these women like acting surprised when she says or does a horrible thing, and then she's like, "Come on, y'all know what the hell you gonna get from her. Stop trying to act surprised."
I was too focused on Shawnee and wondering if the sun was gonna melt that wax on her face.
What?
I said I was too busy looking at Shawnee and wondering if the sun was gonna melt that wax on her face.
I cannot. Laura, you know what? I think I skipped the. Did I skip?
No, you said no. You still the same scene. Shawnee was there. You said Shawnee was there.
No. I think I did skip a scene, but it's totally fine because it looks like it was. Well, it's about Brooke and her son and this maybe baby.
Oh, yeah, no, we need to go back to that.
At her family event. So I'll go back real fast to that, you guys.
Yeah.
We do get to meet the son that Brooke is talking about that she's close with, the one who kind of struggled a little bit with mental health issues and has the alleged maybe baby. Listen, as soon as he got to speaking, I was kind of looking at Brooke like he should not be on camera.
Yeah.
And I am not saying that to be disrespectful at all. It is clear this young man struggles with something that is not in a space, in my opinion, that he should be on camera. Even the way he spoke about the issue was odd. And secondly, I didn't understand why Brooke would question him about a maybe baby in front of a camera and a bunch of women that he do not know like that.
When I tell you, I was so livid watching this scene. I'm like, Brooke, are you serious right now? You could tell your son is timid. You could tell that he's not ready for this. Why would you exploit this boy's business like this and put him on camera?
She's trying to stay relevant on the show, and to some extent, even though the things that Jackie said was harsh. which we'll discuss later. Some of them were true to some extent because
I feel like you know what's funny, and I hate I have to say this. We'll wait to the end. I'm gonna say it at the end. I'm gonna say it at the
yeah.
end.
But yeah, we there's a lot that we'll reserve you guys for at the end. But yeah, I felt like Brooke exploited her son in this scene. It was
And I hated
totally
it. Oh, I hated
irresponsible.
this.
In my opinion, it was uncalled for. Now, if this was a family event without cameras from VH1
And
present,
without
with
Evelyn
all
slithering over there in front of that boy like a snake trying to get that girl's phone number and information.
but even so, even if it was all the same people, same situation, no cameras, where it's just like everyone's around each other because they want to be, not because there's an obligation to get paid or for the camera, fine, say that. But the reality of it is, these women are not a part of his life like that, did not grow up with him. They don't know him that well. Seems like she's only tolerating Evelyn because their families are connected because somebody they each related to was dating or something crazy, like they explained earlier. I just did not like that she did that. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. So that is the little scene that we skipped. We're gonna move it forward and we continue with Evelyn, Brooke, and the family. Evelyn's over there and they decide they want to call the baby mama. And the boy ends up saying, and again, why are you doing this in front of Evelyn?
No, why are
And
you doing this on camera? Period.
it's really inappropriate. And then we find out that she asked him what's going on with the DNA test. And first, her son says the DNA test was positive the first time she took it. The second time, it was negative. I said, what kind of shit is that? And you just, oh, laxity. He did not care. He did not care. He's just like, well, first time it was like you the daddy, and the second time it was like I'm not the daddy. That's how I know there's some type of something going on with him mentally, and he definitely does not need to be on camera. But then he goes on to say, because they call the girl and they find out that he is not the biological father to the child. And he's like, I just want a baby because I miss baby Kayla. I'm like, the way that he said that and the way that his brain rationalized his deductive reasoning is totally off, which indicates that he does probably have some type of mental illness and nothing is wrong with that. But Brooke knowing that and then choosing to put him on camera and discussing such a vulnerable situation, I just felt like it was for a check or views. But at the same time, she could have been, trying to be vulnerable. And I'm not judging her child in any way, but I just feel like he deserved privacy.
He deserved privacy. You said it. He deserved privacy. And then when he actually fathomed the words, I missed my sister, so I want a baby, and I was going to name her Kayla because I want to fill that void. When that little boy said that, that broke my heart to my core.
Right.
Because that means that he's not grieving this death right in the right
Nope.
way. And he is not fundamentally understanding death as it is. To think that he can go make a child and name a kid so he can have a filled void. That means you're missing, Brooke.
Yeah.
That means you're missing. And I hate that she put this on camera. I hate that she did this because it was not fair for him.
Most moms who we've seen, unfortunately, in similar situations, because we have seen that on reality TV, that'll be the moment where they say,
yes,
you
cut
guys
the
step
cameras.
out
Gotta
for a
go.
second.
I got to.
Put
Yes,
the cameras off.
we've
Put the
seen
cameras
Candy
down
do it.
moment.
We've seen Lala do it. We've seen a lot of people do it.
And she just let that film, and it's like,
right.
for what? For what?
Yes, it was
For
terrible. What? Oh my gosh.
So I did not like that. He's
I
grieving.
side-eyed her the entire time. Oh, that was
Right.
terrible.
Brooke just.
Oh my gosh, Brooke pissed me off this episode. She really did.
She did.
She pissed me off this episode because it was like, why would you exploit your child like that?
Right.
Like, that is crazy to me.
He's hurting, and I really do hope that he's able to get the help. And I know sometimes it's probably not the lack of the resource. I'm sure Brooke will provide help if he needs it. She has explained he's had, 10 years of mental health, facilities, but I don't know. I hope that he gets and accepts the help that he clearly needs. He's clearly in pain, and condolences to the family. That's
yeah, it's a hard situation. It is. It's hard. It's tragic, and to actually have now she had both her boys on the show, and to actually have them both express how they're feeling. One's dealing with it in the best way he can. The other one is lost because he doesn't know how to process his sister
Mhm.
not being here. It's kind of like it to me. It's just I get it had to, they had to deal with it, but at the same time, we didn't need to see this. This could have been a private moment. Like
Yep.
this show is for entertainment. This show is not for you to exploit children and your kids with potential babies, and then finding out the reason why he wanted this baby is because he didn't know any other way to grieve but to do a replacement, as if that's going to do it. That's what's so crazy about it. And to me, like I said, she just handled this wrong. Like she just did, and I'm just like, damn. I hope Brooke looked at this episode and said, "Damn, I wish I hadn't have done that." And I hope the young man, her son, I'm hoping he really is getting the help. But that's my prayer for him because that is really sad to understand his reasonings and then to understand, this whole situation. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was. Now, on a lighter note, Jackie, this talk show looked a mess. I love Jackie Christie, I do, but this talk show looked a mess. Pretending to have Denzel Washington, Michael B. Jordan, all these people come on the show and they ain't actually there. I didn't understand the point of it. Jackie, hire the people, film one pilot episode, give it to your agent, and make him go do what agents do. And when he has an offer, he'll come back. Until then, we don't need to see all of this. We don't. You should have hired help to handle this. In real time, you should not be so involved. So I'm just simply going to move on. When the talk show's ready, though, I'll watch it. There you go. Support. Shawnee gets Jackie to meet with the group, you guys, and it's still pretty much toward the end of the episode. And things start out well when everybody gets there. It seems that, though, from the jump, you could tell they only want Jackie to stay so that they can question, berate, and get at her, and basically just tell her how they feel about the bad things that she said about them. I don't like that. Here's the thing. Y'all mad that she said something about you, but she said something about you, and that's what it is. But to really call her to come so you can all yell at her at one time about the same thing when you know none of you actually want resolution, there's no point to it. But she Jackie does start off good. She swears that she did not send Jennifer's nudes out. And quickly, you could tell everybody came prepared with receipts because Brooke pulls up the screenshot of Jackie sending Jennifer's nudes to Sunday. Jackie's kind of trying to argue like I would never send your nudes out to like the blogs or anything like that, which I actually believe. But she do seem like the type. First of all, that's not. I cannot condone what Jackie did because no matter how mad I am at somebody, that's weird to me. Like, what if I text James a picture of like somebody I don't like naked? Like, that's just a strange thing. Like, why you feel the need to share that with your friend? Like, I don't even know what I would do if someone sent me someone else's nude. Like, what do you say to that? Like, I'd just be like,
You
damn,
don't say
I'm
anything.
so
You just delete it and move on. Yeah.
like, why
Delete it
would
and
you
move
send
on.
this
Like,
to
why
me?
would and then call and cuss whoever else? Like, why are you sending me somebody naked ass out as if I want to see that?
Like, who does that to
Like,
them?
nobody cares. Like, really? Like, oh my
I've
God.
never been that close with no friend that I could just be like, look at this
There's
bitch
no point.
naked.
Yeah, like, there's no point. Like, what is the point? Unless
Right.
you're trying to get with that person, there's no point in you sending nudes. Like, there's no point. This is
I
the
don't
stu
know.
This is that was the stupidest conversation ever. I was like, "Y'all need to grow up." And
And Jen
Jennifer,
is about damn
like,
near 60
yeah,
years old. I'm sure she
Jennifer,
looks great. And
Jennifer, I
apparently,
know you married a man in his 20s, but at the end of the day, baby, you was 50. Them news is old as hell. This is back when you was married to Eric. Why would you
right.
bring that up? Like,
And that's the most important part. You talk about some dudes from over 20 years ago now, damn near. We gonna move on, Jennifer. I'm sorry, I can't. Now, Evelyn and Jackie get to talking next, and Evelyn is a bully and she's mean. I actually think she's just as bad as Jackie, just in a
mhm,
different way.
yeah.
Evelyn is a better mother. That's it. But other than that, she just as bad as Jackie, in my opinion. She called Jac'eil fat, and which I'm really bothered by Evelyn's bullying. She just proved she never learns her lesson. I think she's also a little bit
I just
racist on the
feel
low, but that's my
like
personal opinion. Or colorist, not racist. But I will say, Shawnee, why would you laugh at that, Miss I Can Forgive, Miss Christian, Miss Preacher's wife? You watch somebody viciously attack somebody for no reason. Jac'eil was trying to be calm. You asked her to come meet with people, and you're gonna laugh when she is called fat. But
right,
Shawnee
Shawnee,
did
because
not do
see,
anything to mediate or check it.
right, you was foul. If I was Jackie, I said I'd have called out Evelyn for being fat, and I said, Shawnee, yes, with them 7 wrinkles up under your eyes, we all see them now. Since you want to play that game, see y'all, Shawnee pissed me off the entire time because anytime Evelyn says it's what Tammy called out earlier in seasons that whenever Evelyn says Shawnee just is a tickled and everything, but when someone else says something about Evelyn, she's shaking her head and mad.
Right.
This is that Dolores loyalty, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this is that Dolores loyalty here.
I don't know, especially as close as Evelyn is to Shawnee and that shady ass pastor. I don't trust their friendship. It's weird. That's all I'm gonna say. And yes, I
But
am
they've
alluding
been,
to
but let me tell you, they have been like this since season one of the since Basketball
mm-hmm.
Wives started in '09. They have always been like this. It has never changed. Here we are 15 years later. They have been friends for 20 years. They are never going to change. They are going to be loyal to each other. Whatever friendship, whatever Shawnee and Evelyn have on each other, it's going to go with them to the grave because they are always going to be loyal to each other. That
And
friendship has never
nothing
fallen.
is wrong with that, but that's exactly why Shawnee don't need to be filmed on the show
Exactly,
anymore.
but y'all can't do that at the expense of other people.
Yeah,
Y'all
that's not
can't have
okay.
that. Yeah, that's not okay. That's what we're trying to say is that y'all can't be that loyal at the expense of other people because they're not involved in your relationship the way you two are. So it's not fair. So for Shawnee just to laugh and be so tickled by Evelyn calling Jackie fat, Evelyn pulling up her jeans, showing her ass and her stomach and stuff, it was like, really, Shawnee, that was funny? That was ignorant. All of that
Yeah,
was ignorant.
it's just even worse. You represent something different now, so you would think that she would behave better. But okay, Shawnee, we see you. Um, Jackie and Brooke end up getting into a next, and Jackie was extremely wrong to say that Brooke is using her daughter's death for a check. Um, I do not think that this woman asked for her child to die. I don't think any sane parent would want their child or any person would want a person they love to die. Um, and honestly, Brooke would not continue to talk about her daughter that much. It seems if the these things that happened with her and Jackie and the reunion and social media where her daughter was not brought up. So I can't say that Brooke is using her daughter's death for a check because she was on the show, obviously, in recent times prior to her daughter passing away. But that doesn't mean Brooke won't exploit her living children for a check. So, but I don't think that she's using her daughter's death for a check. She was on this show, and prior to Kayla passing away, her trying to date when we know her dating life is a mess is the storyline to some extent. There's a lot, especially rebuilding after the divorce, all of that. That in itself is a storyline. So I don't think she needs the daughter's death, even if people think like that, for the checker to be relevant on this show. I've said that several times with Brooke. I think she has a storyline. But again, she will
I don't know.
exploit some.
And here's the thing. It is wrong. It is wrong. Let me be clear with everyone here because I don't want nobody saying, James, that's wrong for you to say. It is wrong. It is wrong for Jackie to say that. It is wrong for that to even be a conversation or word of mouth situation that Brooke will do because I think Brooke has a lot more self respect in that than to do that to her daughter's legacy and feeling. Now, we don't mind her talking about her grievance stages. We don't mind about that being a storyline. However, the whole thing with her son, I can't say that there isn't a slight truth to that. And it's based on Brooke's behavior. I'm not saying Brooke is condescending. I'm not saying Brooke is looking for a pity party. I'm not saying Brooke is, you know, is placing this as like a structure to her being on this show. I am not saying that, but I'm saying her behavior towards it and the way she did her son, it's not looking good for her. And that's why I said she shouldn't have did that. Because had she not did that with her son, then I would have thought Jackie was absolutely crazy for saying that. But the fact of the matter is this comment right here. She is using her daughter to somewhat of a storyline, and it's too, and maybe that's to the production because they want to see her how is she moving on with something that's so traumatic. But because of her situation with her son, the
It
behavior is
makes it
looking
hard
like
to think
yeah,
that she would not. And I get what you're saying. It's a difficult
yeah,
space to be
it
because,
is.
especially with cancel culture, like I have to be careful with my words. But like, I work in mental health. I'm a mental health professional. I do counseling every day with people. That young man, and I'm speaking about her son, should not have been on camera and is not in the space mentally, in my professional and personal opinion, that he should have been on camera. And the way that his logic and reasoning worked for wanting to accept a child that he knew with scientific truth was not his child biologically, just so that he could have a way to pay respect to his passed on sister. It does, you had said it earlier, James, make it seem like she may not be the most present parent, because
Right.
why
And
are you not like grieving with your kids? And
or
you
why
know
does he feel needs to happen? It's like why don't you not know this? And why is it that he has been estranged from you? Because remember, he was estranged from her for a minute. So it kind of just makes me feel
Mhm.
like
Get some
no,
time.
she may not be using her daughter for a storyline, but her behavior to exploit the relationships of her and her kids based on how she did it this episode is really what makes me feel like, yeah, I kind of can't unsee it a different way. I'm sorry, y'all. I want to because I like Brooke, but it's given that behavior. It just is. I totally agree. He should not have been on camera. She knows he has a mental problem that could have been
Yeah,
that could have
she
caused
knows
trauma.
better. She
Yeah,
knows what
absolutely.
she's
Because
doing.
you have people who are going to look at that and going to come down on the situation and be ignorant and be stupid. And that kid does not deserve that. He does not deserve any of it. And so that's why I'm just saying the lack of protection. That's what I'm going to say. The lack of protection of that family and their privacy in this serious matter is what she's neglecting. That's what I'm going to say.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree with everything you're saying. Jackie, to some extent, Jackie says a lot, but if you pay attention to what she says, even though a lot of it is vile and vicious, it don't always be a lie. Uh, a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. So, unfortunately, the thing with her and Brooke, do I think Brooke is fully using her daughter, as a storyline? No, but do I think that when it's convenient for Brooke, she suddenly is in tears, or is suddenly talking about grief and how that's the reason why she's on edge? It's like, okay, it's getting a little convenient, and I've said it before in previous recaps on this channel. If you truly that upset, baby girl, leave the show and come back. Take a leave of absence. Your child
Right.
died. People would
Mhm.
expect for you to take a break
Or
from
you could
being
just
on
appear on
TV
1 or
and
2
trust your child.
episodes just to fill in. But, like, you don't need to be full time on this cast. Like, to me, that's crazy that she even did that right after her daughter had passed. Like, to me,
Yeah,
I was
it
kind of
is.
like, I'm at a point with Brooke where I'm just like, I don't know about her. Like, I just don't. And as I said, I do like Brooke, but this episode
Well, I'm not trying to be
was not
shady, but
flattering.
I don't expect the best behavior and the best morals and ethics from somebody whose BBL is in the condition and state that hers is in. However, a bitch
Good
state
night.
of wind has left us a comment. It states Brooke seems like she's not a very present parent. I know she had real problems with her mother. She did. And if we think back to the times that we've seen her on Basketball Wives, like we've known that she was with the ball player and that she had kids, but we don't get to see them very often. So
No, but we didn't know that her kids were around the same age as us. That's what was the issue here. It
she
was not the
clearly
fact that
had them young.
she had them very young. And the problem
Yeah.
is that like because me and her son are the same age. And I
Mhm.
mean, I believe you were the same age as Kayla. So
Mhm.
it was kind of like, yeah, no, she had older kids. when she was on the first couple seasons. Her son would have probably been 20 years old when she started Basketball Wives, but we had
Yeah,
no
that's
idea
why I'm
about
like,
that.
it's very strange that
It's
we
very
did not
strange. Yeah.
see them as often as we would. Meanwhile, you know, you look at people like Shawnee, who has kids that are playing sports, going to college, doing things. People like Evelyn, whose daughter is all over the place, working, dating, doing things, and got, you know, and you see their kids, they present, but you don't really see that too much with Brooke. But you know, it is what it is. A bit state of win says Brooke definitely should have taken a little break. It doesn't seem conducive for her to be on the show. She is angry and unhinged. Yeah, she's grieving. So she's not in a place where she can make sound decisions. And
Well,
that's
we clearly see
okay.
that, yeah, and that's what I said. We clearly see that because nobody who has any ounce of sound decision would have exploited their child and whether or not he had this baby because she looked at it as like, oh, I'm about to be a grandma and just made the whole situation about her
Yep.
when realistically the situation was a lot deeper than you thought, than this you just being a grandmama. Like that's what's so crazy about it. Like
Yeah.
they gloated about this whole situation. And come to find out, this was a situation he was doing out of his own grievance, which that's not the right way to grieve. So yeah,
She
Brooke,
could have
yeah,
spoke to him
yeah,
and took that as a moment to like tell him that, give him advice. There's so much that could have happened, y'all. Uh,
right.
there's really so much that could have happened. But again, like I said, Jackie be wrong with her delivery, but she wasn't wrong or
It
telling no
wasn't
lies, if
wrong,
that
it
makes
was just
sense.
the wrong messenger in the wrong time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just really was, because it wasn't
But
all the way wrong.
Brooke then mentions that these women are insane. So Brooke then mentions that Jackie is stupid because in California it's illegal to record people. Brooke understands a portion of the law, or what I like to call the hood version of the law, that you hear somebody in the streets tell you, who always doing something they probably shouldn't be doing, but just ain't been officially caught yet, if you get my gist. In California, yeah, other places may view us as liberal, but like, yes, it's illegal, but are they actually gonna like lock you up for it? More than likely not, even with lawsuits out here. They probably wouldn't get very far. And if they did, there probably wouldn't be heavy sums of money awarded for that. It's just not
And
that way,
because she's on
especially,
public TV, the
yeah,
civil
that's
suit
the
would not
biggest
carry.
thing.
Yeah,
They
the
sign
civil suit is not going to
paperwork.
carry. Yeah, the civil suit is not going to carry far because she's not saying anything publicly in that recording that you
Yeah.
have already not mentioned on the show. So it's
The
really so
other
it would
thing
be
is
who.
how Brooke obtained, that's a big thing in California court. How you obtain the information about being recorded is important. If you
Mm,
obtain that information in a sneaky way, which Brooke did,
they're not
then
going to
the
hold
court's
it
going to
yet.
throw it out.
Yep.
They're just going to throw it out because California has too many people here. They do not have time for that. There's over 37 million people in the state.
Yep.
Do you really think they have time for somebody who did what they're accusing somebody else of doing?
And then what? And then you know it. And then I can also see a judge, and I'm not saying like I'm not speaking for any type of law, but I can see a judge holding that into litigation. I really can. Like whatever they want to assume you of compensation if you are asking for it. I could see a judge holding that litigation. That's going to be so long that you probably won't see a dime of it. I could see it just because of how stupid it is. The whole
She said,
issue would have been that the young man having a baby and what he is not mentally stable. Yeah, it would have been. It still would have. Yeah, it still would have been that had it not been for the whole grievance thing. But at the same time, I think what it was, and on top of that, it was the fact that she was gloating about it, and because she was estranged from her son, and her not knowing whether or not he had this baby, she was excited on the moral chance that she was going to become a grandmother. And I think that to me, and that's even more worse than his reasons of why he's doing it. It's the fact that you were estranged from your son and you don't know if he has his kid or not, and you just want to, and you're going to be this grandmother, and you were going to take the baby and help him raise it. And it was like, okay, well then here's the thing: you're estranged from him. Don't you think you need to mend that first, and then talk about the situation with the child next?
yep, that
Like
lady.
you
It's
don't
too
think,
many
like you
holes in
don't
her little
think,
story.
like yeah, her logic is just weird.
But
It's
I
just
also
strange.
get the feeling that she might be also using the son so she don't have to talk about whatever red flags is in her little relationship, because I know there are several. But The whole recording thing is stupid. She definitely did not do her research. She's just yelling stuff to yell it. I don't understand. Then the next thing you know, she's hollering out. That's why you was a hoe, Jackie. Jackie may have been a hoe, but she is the only hoe in this group that can keep a man.
I'm just trying
She
to
can
figure out.
charge a
So,
man. She can
so
keep a
let me, so
man.
let me
Like,
try to understand this real quick. Let's make some logic sense. So, when y'all got with the Antoine Walkers and the Shaquille O'Neals and the Vernon, whoever you were with, and so y'all just met at a coffee shop and he ordered you a caramel latte and whipped cream, and that was it.
you didn't know who
Y'all
he
didn't have to
was.
do anything. You didn't know who he was. I mean, that's all that happened. So it was nothing but meaningful conversation before y'all got into the relationship. Did y'all meet with a cousin or something? Like, tell us how you met your men, and then we'll determine
So
whether if that was a
allegedly, they posted
hoology.
a few episodes ago. They posted or showed the receipt that Evelyn found that confirmed that Jackie was convicted of prostitution. She did 180 days, so they may want to leave her alone. But she did 180 days for prostituting in 1980 fucking 7. I'm so irritated with the fact that the only thing you could dig up on this woman is the fact that in 1987 she prostituted herself. And me personally, I have friends who have prostituted. Unfortunately, I have a few friends who still do. None of them are doing it because they want to or just because they
Right.
have an unhealthy obsession with money. They're doing it because they have to survive and they have nowhere else to turn. And that's the quickest way for a lot of
And
them
we
to
have
make
to look
sense
at
money.
life. Life does not give you the advantages at times, especially thinking in the 80s, being a black woman. Life does not give you all of the essentials to survive it. You have to fight and survive, and sometimes that means, yeah, I work at Subway and Chevron, but you know what, I need a little extra. My baby over there hungry, she need Pampers is high, so I got to do what I got to do. I got to eat, so yes, he gonna give me a chicken dinner, run me $40, and sorry, got to give him some pleasure. Oh well. Like, I'm just sorry, like, it just sometimes it's circumstantial. It's not like she just willy-nilly like, hey, I'm just doing this because I'm just it on the stick. Some people don't do like that. And that's what pisses me off about people like Evelyn
That's
who
a
make
good
those things.
That's a good point. Separate from everything she said, but we don't know if that was one of her aliases, which could have belonged to a real person. But Jackie did not. She's not going to admit to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. That was 30 some years. That was 35 years ago. Or 37 years ago? Do you really think I'm going to admit to something that was that long ago? That, yeah, maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. I don't remember. I
I
would
don't.
use that to my advantage. I don't remember. That was 37 years ago. You said 1987, right? So many years
The
ago.
thing of it for me, that we all, yeah, it's kind of similar to what James is saying. When we first saw that on the episode, it's like, even if she was a hoe, I don't give a damn about who was hoeing in 1987.
Right.
Listen, I want everybody on here to know I was born in 1992. I did not exist. Therefore, I could give a flying you know what.
I
Who
was born
was
in
hoeing in
1990.
their day.
I didn't
I
exist
don't
either.
care.
I don't care because I imagine in the 80s it wasn't easy. Like
Do what you
today,
gotta
it's not
do.
easy. You got to do what you got to do to survive. And I'm sorry, I'm coming from a time and a place right now in my life where hell, I might have to get my ass up on. No, I'm just playing.
He said I might have to
Well,
leave
but hell, but I'm
to
just saying, like,
find
times
me a
is
boulevard.
hard. Yeah, times is hard. Like, y'all really finna make this. Y'all finna ridicule this woman. When, come on, Evelyn. Let me
Here's the
stop. Let me stop.
Yeah, it was just a mess. There was no point to the meeting. It didn't make any sense. And I also think you're smart of his stay winning. I like how you spelled that. It's clever. I take it with a grain of salt. And really, we don't care if the state don't care no more, the statute of limitations, all that. I don't care if she did or didn't, ho. Personally, I don't really give a damn. But I
Um,
especially can't give any fucks
no,
when you
she was
talking to
older.
me
She
about
was older
something
than that.
from the 80s. The
Of
internet
this
didn't
day
even
winning.
exist.
She was older than that. She was older
Lord.
than. She was way
But
older than that. She was
Lakeisha,
about maybe in her mid
Caitlin,
20s.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate you and welcome. Stated the meetup was definitely set up. They edited that. They show did. They edited that whole scene. She stated we will never know all what was really said. If Jackie is gone, I'm done watching. See? And I'm glad that you said that, Lakeisha. Welcome to the channel and Thug Life. I don't understand because basically the episode then ends with Shawnee acting like Jackie's lack of empathy is disturbing towards Brooke and all of that. But I'm just really annoyed because if Jackie goes, you have to rename the show. She is the only wife. Brandy, I'm sorry, though I respect marriage. Okay, next week I will be married 12 years myself. I respect marriage. I really, really do. But 300 different women, I would be on an episode of Snapped.
What I
I
tell
really
you,
listen.
I'm telling y'all, like
I can't
when
acknowledge
men
it.
have sex like that, like I'm sorry, if men have sex like that, it's one of two things. Either there was something in his childhood that got a hold of him, if y'all know what I mean, or he's running from homosexuality. It's one of the two. Because there's no way you need to see that many. That's crazy
Lord
amount.
help us. But I think that Lakeisha, to your statement, I do think that a lot of people feel the same. Even
Mhm.
as someone trying to build a YouTube channel, without Jackie there, I'm not going to. I work full time as well. I am not going to be taking time out of my day to be going over whatever the hell this would give without her. So
Maybe she
I
should bring
agree.
somebody else back from the past. Maybe that might help. I don't
She
know.
said Jackie would have been about 60.
I
Oh
don't think so.
no,
No, she's old.
she's
She was older
older.
than that's why I said she was way older than that. No,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
thought
she
she
was born
was
in 1970. Oh yeah, you're
no,
right. You're right.
no, no,
If
she wasn't.
she
She
was,
was not. She was not born
what
in 1970. No, she was
what
not.
makes you think that?
Because she said it on the reunion. She said when her and Evelyn got into it the first, she told Evelyn she was 61 years old. That was 5 years ago. Jackie looked 65.
Oh,
Jackie was not born. Jackie was not born. Jackie is not the same age as my mama. Like we're not gonna put that. How old is Jackie?
I
Maybe
don't even know.
let me see. How old is Jackie? Do
All
they
I
ever
know
go
is
through?
old or young, she is the show. Because when she's not, even when she's not on the show, that's all they could talk about. Miss Taylor would say exactly if Jackie is going, I'm done watching. Ooh, you too. I don't even like Jackie. It's just the principle. Yeah. You know, Jackie has kind of annoyed me since Basketball Wives LA first premiere. Like
Oh,
the first time that
they say she's okay. She's born the same year my mom was born. I don't believe it, but okay.
who knows,
Jackie
but
look
if
old.
you
She look older than that. Sorry,
Lord,
she look
well,
older. Sorry. Okay, maybe so. I thought she was older than that.
I mean, I don't know. Either way, it would make sense to be prostituting at that
But
age
she would
because,
have
like,
had
statistically, that is
Takari.
a common age.
Wait a minute, because Takari's older than me. So wait, she would have had Takari at.
That could have been
Okay.
why she was doing it because I believe her child should have been born.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking. That's why I thought she did it because
sorry.
to feed her child. Yeah, that's probably what
Someone
she
did bring
wouldn't-
to the forefront that could have been the reason for her cancer. Oh,
someone did say I don't know who said it. I don't know who said it, but I remember someone did say that could have been a reason for that because that can happen depending on
mm.
because you know Pam Grier had that. Well, not Pam Grier. Who was it? Somebody said that Richard Pryor put cocaine on this thing and then had sex with her and got her ovarian cancer. I would never
Mm.
forget that. I think it was it Pam Grier? I don't remember, but it was somebody. So yeah, that could actually happen. And see, and that would be messed up. When I tell you well, I tell you, yeah, that will put me on Snapped or the first 48. That right there would put me on there. If I know you was the cause of this shit, yes.
Listen, and they say stress also can do so
But
much.
see, but yeah, but the other thing about Brandy, I'm just gonna keep it honest. Brandy has a lot of hatred and vitriol in her spirit. She does, and sometimes like mentally in like in your aura, like sometimes that could play a part in illness being in your body just in general.
Right. It's not the fact that he slept with 300 women. It's the fact that he slept with more than 300 women. First of all, after honestly, I don't know. I'm not normal, y'all. I'm a Gemini, and I'm not wrapped too tight. He wouldn't have got past. He wouldn't have got through a handful with me. We would have just been.
No,
It would
because he's not. I told you he's
ain't
not
no
cute
way.
enough. No, you're not cute
He's
enough.
not.
You're
He's
not
just
cute
not.
enough to get through all those kind of. You ain't cute enough to get through two. So I know. Yep, I
She
thought
said the
that.
hate Demetrios due to her husband being a hoe. Well, nobody told her to stay. Hell.
Nobody told. Yeah, exactly. That's on her. Like at the end of the day, as I said, he not cute enough to sleep with that many women and cheat on me with. I'm sorry, it ain't even two. Like you get two, and that's about it. I'm gonna knock you upside your head if you get to three. So no,
Listen,
there's no none of that. So that's why I'm saying something is wrong here.
yeah,
Something
there's
is
something.
very wrong,
I think most
and
people agree that something is wrong
I'm telling
in
you, it's something.
one
It's a.
mind.
I don't remember in Iyanla if he ever went through his story with him and his parents. I don't remember. I do remember there was some alcoholism in somewhere
Mm.
in there, but I'm telling you, no, but this hypersexualization usually comes from either a kid being exposed or touched on or something to that extent. Either it's, I'm telling you, it's either that or it's homosexuality. It's one of the two. And you know how ignorant as black men are when it comes to the homosexuality. You just need to find you a woman. Just find you a woman. I'm telling you, they're gonna get that about you, and you ain't gonna worry about that no more. That's how they talk. So I'm telling you, it's one of the two. And I want to say it's the other because I don't want to put that on that man, but I don't put that past any man. I don't. Me personally, I don't put it past any man. Homosexual, I don't put it past any man. Sorry. Science taught me something
I don't
different.
think it's that with him. I do think because he does show symptoms and behaviors of someone who has suffered from childhood trauma.
Hmm.
And when we see him on the
That's
scene,
why I said I don't believe it's that, but I believe it's the yeah. I
yeah,
do.
he definitely has issues. But Brandy, listen, you don't want people to talk about your husband and your marriage, then just get off TV. That's all you can do.
Or
Because
leave them.
even then,
The
we still
hell.
gonna talk about it because the world will permanently know that
Yeah, you
man's dingling has seen 300 different coochies at least.
that is a blessing to
Well,
not be.
301, including her.
No, it's over 300. He said 350 something. So no, it's
And
over that.
there's no maybe babies or like
No
pregnancy backups with
STDs or
it.
something. That
No
man is
STDs. Like
blessed.
I
That man
can.
is blessed. That is
No,
a
he not
blessing.
blessed. We don't know
Like
everything.
God was what? Well, hell,
I
I don't
don't
know.
trust
Yeah,
it.
but
I
hell,
don't
I
think
don't
we
trust it.
know
But hell,
everything.
it ain't came out, so it must not be. But I'm
Of
just
course not,
saying.
because we're still stuck on the fact that it was 300 damn people. We gonna be processing that for some time before we could get to the
No, I'm
watch.
beyond that because that was the first thing I thought of. I'm like, okay, well,
Watch. I
sexual.
guarantee
No,
you,
he did
Jay.
answer that. No, he did answer that question on Iyanla. She asked if he has the STDs. He said no. So
I'm not believing his word. I'm not believing his word worth a damn. You sleep with 300 different bitches. I don't believe shit that you got to say. I got to see you take a lie detector test. I gotta watch you sleep. There's a lot I gotta do. Okay.
watch him sleep.
I swear to God, I gotta watch him sleep. I need to be with him for at least 72 hours nonstop watching him on camera because I'm not gonna sleep with that many people and then think that I'm just gonna
Right.
trust your word. I promise y'all, and that's common too. People will do that, kind of like Margaret Josephs on Housewives of New Jersey. Just admit your dirt when you come on TV because you know everybody gonna dig it up. And if you admit something that seems scandalous, sometimes people will not look into it deeper. I'm telling you, with that many different women, and it's 300 plus, not just 300. There's things that happen. They just don't want us to know. But the last thing we see with this episode, y'all, because I don't want to keep y'all too long. I know y'all got lives and all of those things. Shawnee comments on the lack of empathy and all that dramatic stuff. It was so disingenuous. Preacher's lady trying to talk about forgiveness but being done. Shut up, Shawnee. Go give to the church, please. She really does irk me, you guys. I do my best, but Shawnee irks me. Now, Brooke starts crying because she's like, I'm tired of this lady bringing up my daughter and all of that. And then Evelyn starts crying. Evelyn, why are you crying? Why are you crying?
I don't think so. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I was answering a bit stay winning. I don't think so. No.
Could have been a minute.
No, I mean, I don't think so. I think these were strictly because I'm telling you, even if we were to say my logic on the other spectrum, it would have been a woman because that's what toxicity has taught men in that generation that you need to find your woman. So you're gonna keep recycling into women until that comes in there. But oh
She is a mean girl with large nostrils.
that took me out. I
No,
was not ready.
she said what the world be thinking. Y'all ever run to the black Twitter comments and all of that? I'm telling you, People been talking about the nostrils for years.
No, we have. We said Shawnee can fit a quarter up in the nostrils. I
She can
promise you.
smell
Right,
you
I'm
coming
telling you.
from literally across the country.
Okay,
She
I'm
has
telling you. Shawnee can predict fall. I promise you she can.
so touchy.
I'm
Oh
telling you,
God,
yeah, fall and spring. Damn the damn things. But
oh,
okay, but God no. But no, but for real though, I don't think he's been with any men. I don't feel that way. I just feel like he just Jason Maxiel.
I mean, girl, large
Brandy
nostrils.
is strong. Brandy is strong kind of woman. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say that now. Brandy is strong.
Somebody, I was on Instagram and somebody said about Brandy when they found out how many times he cheated. Somebody said she's stronger than Harriet Tubman. I said, oh damn.
Oh my God! Yes, I remember you
I said,
sent me
oh
that.
hell
I
no.
was hollering. I was like, "Damn!"
When
Because
I
she. But I tell you, oh
I'm
my
going to
God,
hell.
yes.
I'm
No, because
done.
that's for real. Like I could,
Stronger than
y'all.
Harriet
It's
Tubman.
hard for me to get. It would be hard for me to get through just one time. It would be hard for me. Like I'm telling you.
Child,
I'm
the look
telling
of
you, it
that
would
man
be
would make my teeth
hard.
itch.
Yeah,
I
because I'm
cannot.
telling you, when you think of how he look, and it's like, damn, you really finna embarrass me like this?
I think she has a trauma bond with him because when she
Yeah,
speaks
I think
about
so
her
too.
reason for staying with him, she says, I love him because he shaved his head for me when I got cancer and stayed with me through cancer.
To me,
It's
that wasn't a
like,
big enough. That's not a big enough sacrifice for
for
you to think that
me,
little
like,
bit of thing meant all of that to you.
it can't just be what he did for
Yes.
you when you were afraid to die, quite literally. What does he do for you
See, to
when you are
me, a bigger
living a single
sacrifice
life?
would have been he stopped playing basketball to make sure I lived. That's a bigger
Right,
sacrifice to me than him cutting off some hair. Hair
right.
that he didn't even have to begin with.
And the shit gonna grow back. You know, men grow
Right.
hair fast as
Men go
hell.
hair, men shave their heads bald all the damn time. That was
Mm,
not big enough for me. But would be big enough is saying, I'm throwing my career away for you. That's the biggest sacrifice.
Not
And where
Ben Staley said, I'm not letting it go. He probably helped her get that cancer. Stressed out
I
the
don't want to
game.
put I look listen, I don't want to put that on that man like that because there could be lots
James.
of different reasons of how she got that. Look, hell, what was it? Johnson's baby powder. They called the hell. She could have been one of
Shut
those
up,
victims.
James. Commercials. He
It could
said,
have been. I don't want to put that on that man like
even if
that.
he did
Man.
not give her cancer, though, maybe all of his ways caused her to miss a few appointments where she could have caught it sooner. You never know. But either way, she's alive, and we are happy that she is alive. No, now they had to keep the money coming in. Basketball is necessary. Because her ass did not have a job at
I
that time.
mean, yeah, y'all right, but I'm just saying, I wouldn't expect him to give it up, but I would just say, like, if that was something he was willing to do, not say give it up, because no, you ain't gonna give up shit over my black ass. Keep playing that back, keep dribbling, and show up every game. I'm gonna be all right. I don't care if I gotta come there with my oxygen and equipment on my nose. I'm gonna be all right watching you. You gonna play this game. You're gonna go up and down that court. We need all this coin at this house.
Not you gonna go up and down that court. I can't stand you. I
Yes,
can't stand you.
we need all that coin to come into this house. You gonna play until
This
I
is
say.
actually a good piece of health information. You know, STDs, especially HPV, is a catalyst to serve a cold cancer. It's actually true. They
No,
have
that is true. I agree with you. I'm just saying, no, I understand what you're saying. I got you. I'm just not trying. I don't really want to put that on, especially because she chose to stay married to him, even after finding out all of that.
listen.
That
I
would
don't
just
give a
be the
damn. She
icing on the
shouldn't
cake.
have stayed
No, I
married to.
wouldn't have stayed. There's no way.
She,
There's no
she
way I did not know that. You revealing
wig
it
was
on
too tight.
camera. The wig was too tight and that makeup was too heavy. Because when I tell you there's absolutely no way you're gonna embarrass me on national TV and tell me some shit I did not know. Oh no, we done. We're done. There's no way. We can't come back from this. Absolutely, Iana, we can't come back from this. There's no healing. I'm done. I'm gonna file for divorce. I'm gonna call my lawyer right now. We done. There's no way you finna tell me 300 plus women, and I
I'm gonna
can't go
do
back
like
in.
Iyanla said with that. I'm just gonna go in the bush and weep.
No, I need you to dig a hole. I got to speak all of this back into the earth. Lord, I can't believe that shit. I got to speak that all into the hole. I need you to dig it, y'all. Come on, because there's no way I'm about to be
Lord.
distraught over this.
Oh, Lord. Anywho, Shawnee, we acted a fool, y'all. Apologies.
Yes, we really are.
But it's Tuesday. Gotta do something to get through the week.
Okay, for real.
It's on every nerve that exists. But Shawnee basically alludes to Jackie may be done with the show. Again, I think we saw the comments from earlier. Most people without Jackie, what do we have? And Jackie has a way of being messy but funny as hell. She's effortless and she does not give a damn. She doesn't care. She does not care. So I'm here.
I feel like Shawnee gonna pull some slick shit next season because I know they're gonna get it next season. I already know. I feel like Shawnee's gonna pull some slick shit and bring Megan back to this franchise.
Yeah, because I heard that Orlando was canceled.
I heard Orlando was canceled, and I know Megan is a big hit for VH1. I really feel like Shawnee's going to bring Megan to LA. I just feel it in my spirit. And if she do, I'm gonna be mad as hell because that's not the Jackie replacement we needed. But I feel like that's gonna be the calling card because I could see Megan getting into it with Brooke. I could see Megan getting into it with Evelyn.
Megan got hands. I remember.
Yeah, absolutely. Megan, you could tell Megan would be trying not to fight on this show. You could tell, even on her first season, way back in the day when she was first on Basketball Wives, you could tell Megan was really trying not to fight these girls. You could tell she was really holding back because we've seen Megan fight two girls at one time. So trust me, I know she got about it.
Anyway, you guys, thank you for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching this recap. We will be back as we always are. What day is it? Hell, I'm tired as hell. On Tuesday to recap the next episode of Basketball Wives. I'm cracking up at this comment because James says this all the time. None of the other ladies are likable. It's true. And I agreed with what Jackie said about Jac'eil's voice is irritating. And no, it's not because it's deep. No, I'm not homophobic. No, I'm not bothered by her Southern accent. I got family all up and through Mississippi.
Which is why I feel like she's gonna do that a B segment. I feel like that's why she's gonna do that. Because she knows we ain't gonna like Megan. We know because I didn't like her on Orlando. I didn't. The only one I like did I like anybody on Orlando?
No, actually,
I didn't. No, the one I wanted to like end up being a damn fool. So I remember.
I liked Neek a little bit, but I prefer Neek to just do social media, not reality TV. But that's just my personal.
I don't remember her. I remember, was she the one that lived next door to the baby mama?
Yes.
No, she was a damn fool. No, that was the one I thought I was gonna like, but that was the damn fool. Because I ain't finna live next door to her. I'm sorry. No, we got to move.
The thing of it is, with a whole group of ladies, that's exactly what this show needs. I totally agree with it.
That's never going to happen.
I don't think it will ever happen because women who are actually married to basketball players,
they're never going to exploit them the way this show is going to want them to.
Stay with
they're
them.
Never going to do that. That was the whole issue with Baseball Wives. They're never going to, because they were exploiting cheating that never got revealed. And Baseball Wives was filmed here in Arizona.
And Basketball Wives, LA, when it originally started, when they had Miami going as well. There were other wives of current and very large NBA.
Yeah, we had Kensha Artez. She was married to Ron Artez. He was huge. And she left because she couldn't exploit
about that, saying she cannot, impact his image like that. It's unfortunate. But that's it for tonight, you guys. I actually have to do a song review because I don't ever get sleep. But I appreciate everybody for being here. Like that video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Abyss Stay Winning, for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you. If you have any suggestions for shows you'd like to see us recap, let us know. We'll get into it. But love and light to you all. Thug life. Thank you, James. And good night.
Good night.